Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. Today we are out here getting ready to close out the summer garden because we are now in the middle of fall, guys, and there is a lot of changes going on here on the homestead. And so we just want to take you guys along with us to show you all what is going on before we rip everything out of the ground and getting it ready for the springtime, right? Of course, we do have a fall garden as well. We will talk about that as we move along in this video here. But before we do that, what I want to do is bring you all in and just kind of give you all a up to date what is going on, what was going on in this spot right here for the summer. Now, of course, y'all remember we planted the Jimmy Red corn, and we had a real nice yield out of those corn. And we also planted the rattlesnake pole bean in this area here as well for them to vine up the corn, and they did just that, guys. But what I want to do is kind of take you all in real quick and show you all what is going on. So now these right here are the beans that is dried from these rattlesnake pole beans, and so we have been coming through and harvesting them like crazy. We have got so much beans out of these rattlesnake pole bean here. Now after sitting back, we say, hey, you know what, there is 3 different ways that you can actually go ahead and harvest these beans here. You can harvest them like green beans when they're in their younger stage, and also you can harvest them once they're starting to kind of turn like this right here. It is not fully dried, and I'll show you what that bean look like. And so you can harvest them just like that right there, guys. And that bean, you can cook it just like you would cook fresh beans, okay? And then the next stage is you come on in and you harvest them when they are dry, and you can go ahead and cook these beans in your rice and peas or whatever it is that you want to cook or make with beans. But look at that. And so that would be your 2 stages. I'm trying to see if I can find one. Most of them is starting to fit out.
It's a green.
There's a green one?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so, and you can also harvest them once they are like that.
Okay, so your green bean stage,
Yes.
your fresh bean stage, and then your dried
bean
bean stage.
Yes. And so, guys, this bean right here is a 3-purpose bean.
Yes.
And that is what we love, okay? So like I said, we can pick them while they're fresh, put them in the freezer and use them at a later date.
Or
and we
can them.
That is true. And we can also use them for long-term storage, okay? So that way you will have something to eat when there's no food, which we know that time is coming. But nonetheless, like I said, these beans here they are very, very prolific, guys. Look at that. Still have beans right here, waiting on those to go ahead and dry out, and we'll come on in and harvest them. And so what I want to go ahead and do right now is pretty much just give you all a update of what this area right here is looking like. And I'm going to tell you all what I'm going to do to get this area right here ready for the spring. So just give them a shot, Debs, of what this area here is looking like right now.
And I don't think, guys, he communicated the fact, like, we've been harvesting beans all summer long.
Yes.
All summer long. And it was like the more we picked, the more they grew.
Yeah.
And it's still beans everywhere.
Look at all of those beans all the way up top there. I don't know if y'all can see those, but it is.
That's at least 10 feet up on both of them.
Oh yeah, look at that one. I can't reach that. So that would have to stay up there until I'm ready to come on in and break these down.
Yeah.
But y'all kind of got a shot of what this area here is looking like. And remember, this was a fresh spot that we worked and we planted all this stuff in. But what I'm going to do to get it ready for the springtime, I'm going to come on in, break all these stalks down once they dry out. Some of them is still a little bit wet, but I'm going to go ahead and break them down and pretty much light a fire, and so they can go ahead and burn. And also what that would do is kind of help to put a little bit of potassium in the ground. I don't think that would be too much hash where that your ground will get too acidity. And so that is what we're going to do to bring a little bit more nutrients into the ground, because you know, even with those forest fires and all that different kind of stuff, when they come through, you notice that lush growth that comes back. And so that's what we want to do here in this area. All right, so come on along, let's move on up. And if you all remember, we have done plenty of videos on the okras. Yes, we have. Now look at this one here. It is full of okras, but I have to come on in and clean it up. And so what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is harvest all these dry okras right here, and I think we're going to make some coffee. Okay, we're going to dry them, we're going to parch them, and also ground them up like we do coffee, and make a nice hot brew coffee. And so that is what we're going to do with these right here. I think we might take you guys along with us. We'll see what happened. All right, so
But you're not gonna do that with all of them, right? You still have seeds to sell.
yes, yes, absolutely. We're still gonna save some seeds for our store. So we're not gonna
Drink them all.
drink them all. We're not gonna drink them all. Absolutely not. Okay. So just a real quick shot. I want to go ahead and show you guys what it's looking like over here with these okras. And I'm telling you, with these 5 rows of okras right here, we did not weigh all of our harvest, but we got a lot of okras out of them. Yes, and even you can see the ones that were left to go to seed. It is just, it's a lot of okra. But I think next year what we're going to do, stay tuned, we're going to move on probably to a different variety of okra, and just to try something out new. Okay, just to try something new. So we're going to move to a different variety, so stay tuned for that for next year. Of course, I don't want to give too much thought for next year because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But if the Most High spare our lives, hey, we will be there for tomorrow. But so that is pretty much it right here for the okras, guys. And hey, remember those little side shoots I told you guys about with the okras? Look at that. This okra right here is an okra that is ready to go inside and can be cooked. Okay, maybe a little bit too woody right now, but you still have a couple of fresh ones out there that my mom has been harvesting off of. And so, you know, she come out here just about every day and pick the okras. But here go a real nice one. That's a fresh one there, that is ready for the kitchen. Absolutely. And that tastes good. Fresh okra, you cannot get it any fresher than that. So that is it right here for the okras, guys. And we're gonna come on in, harvest seeds, pull them up, and take them somewhere so they can go ahead and break down. Okay? And so right over here, if you guys remember, when we came on in and harvest all of our sweet potatoes, of course, you know, there is no more sweet potatoes, right? They all have been harvested. So what we have planted in this area right here, go ahead, tell them what we have planted, baby.
Those are turnips.
That's right. So we have some turnips planted in this area right here. It's also, we plant them for food, and also, hey, it can be used as a cover crop. Okay. Now we do have a whole bunch of them puddled up right here in this spot. And so what happened, when I planted these turnip, we had a heavy shower of rain that came, and I did that just because I know that the rain was coming, so they can water them in and get them real nice and ready. And so what happened, with all that rain, we had some of them that were to, wash into one spot, like in all those little divots. We had them more to wash in, but that is okay. Like I said, it's cover crop. Um, we'll harvest the leaves and we'll move on from there. But guys, like I said, if you have empty spots in your garden, depends on what you want to do with it. Just go ahead, work the ground and throw some stuff in there that don't take much maintenance to take care of. Okay? And so what we're going to do right now, we're going to move on down the row and we're going to talk a little bit some more about what we have going on here. Okay? Sun is not bothering you? Okay. All right, and so right in this area right here, we have 2 rows that we came on in and plant some beets. And so that is what's in these rows here. They have not yet germinated. They all was planted at the same time, but and those over there, those turnips took right at about 4 days to germinate. And so that is what is going on there over there. So in here, beets have not come on up yet, so we're going to keep our eyes out for those beets and see what they're due. All right, so down here is just some rows that we have worked that we're going to put some stuff in to plan out some brassicas. Now, of course, guys, I know that I said, and that's before we move on down to the next rows, I did say I was going to take you all along with us, and I want to be a man that keep my promise. Okay, so stay tuned for that in the next video. We're going to explain to you why I was not able to bring you all along with us to plant these brassicas right here. Okay, so just stay tuned for that. But come on down. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on here. And so right now I'm actually watering up these brassicas. Okay, now I know, like I said, that I was going to take you all when I come on in to plant these. I'm still going to do that. All right, so these right here is our cabbages that we have planted, and stay tuned for the next video. I will explain what happened. All right, so far they're coming up real nice. They're growing real nice, and yes, we're going to move on over to the next row. And so this is pretty much just a quick garden update to let y'all know what is going on. So when we come back down here later, we'll talk a little bit more about the brassicas. Okay, so come on. We still have bell peppers here in the garden, and look at that, still have bell peppers. And so that is also one of the reasons why I love to plant peppers in the garden, guys, and certain brassicas, because they will go all the way to the fall, till your first frost date. And so that is the reason why I love peppers, but once that first frost date gets here, they're going to go ahead and die back, and we want to come on out and harvest the peppers before they get frozen. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, and of course more bell peppers here, and right here is,
And they're flowering though, like, oh my goodness.
yes, they're still flowering. As you all can see,
There's several.
there is still baby bell peppers here. Now this bell pepper here now won't go to waste. You can harvest bell peppers at any stage, guys. You don't have to wait till they get real big. If you at home and you got a garden and you think your bell peppers are not ready, no, you can cut them at this stage and use them in your meal or whatever it is that you're cooking. All right, so right over here.
Don't skip the purple whole piece.
Yes, we're not going to skip the purple whole peas. Absolutely not, because these purple whole peas right here, they produce like crazy. Now this was just 2 rows of purple whole peas that were planted, and they gave us so much peas. Look at that yellow jacket. He is trying to warm up, but hey. So what we're actually going to do today, we're going to come on down. Yes, we have to take them on out, guys. So we're going to come on down and take them out because we have some more stuff that we have to plant in this area here. Stay tuned for that. So we're after going to take them on out, and
But it's still peas on them.
if y'all can see, there is still green peas
Yeah.
on these purple holes right here. Still green peas, but we have harvested so much out of them, and we are thankful. Always thankful. Always thankful because you know, my mom was telling me just the other day, and she said, you know, everything you plant in the garden, it bears. Yes, it does. And I had to stop, and I had to say, all praises be to the Most High, because I know, guys, and that's one of the things when you're doing your garden and anything that you're doing, make sure that you put Christ in it, put God in it, put the Spirit in it, because hey, I couldn't do it without them. Okay, so keep them in whatever it is that you're doing, and it will flourish and it will prosper. Okay, anything that you put your hands to, it will bloom, it will come, just like you see all this stuff right here. All right, so in this row here is where we have some bok choy planted, and over here, I know you all remember all these right here. These are the Georgia collards that were planted in the springtime, and that is why I love collards, because they are hardy. They can go through the harsh summer heat, and now they're going to go through this harsh winter that we're about to have. Get yourself together. I think it's going to be a cold winter, guys. All right, so I'll talk a little bit about this brassica right here, this collard right here. This particular collard, it's not my first time doing it, but what I went ahead and did with this collard, now if you can see all these little pups that is coming up right here, all these young ones down here. So what I went ahead and did is I put enough dirt on up, and then it started to sprout root, and you pluck it off, and I put it inside of this hole right here, and look at that, a whole new collard, guys. And so hey, keep that in mind. You got space, you got little pups, pluck them, put them in the ground, but you want to make sure you keep that ground moist though whenever you plant them, because you want this one to go ahead and take root pretty fast. All right, and so right over here is where we have more collards planted. Absolutely, and they're coming up real nice. And so hey, it's coming up real nice. Over there in that bed is where we have some carrots planted as well. And so hey, that is the tour right there, guys, for the bottom garden. Okay, and so of course we're going to take y'all up top, because I know y'all want to see what is going on up top as well. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. But nonetheless, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for coming along with us on this journey. Stay tuned. What I want to go ahead and do is to do a bit of appreciation to you guys. Okay, just want to let y'all know, and just to say a big thank you to each and every one of you all out there for helping the channel to grow. Okay, when I first started this channel, I had reached out to a couple of people, just let them know, hey, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get this get a YouTube channel going. And guys, in a way, I am happy that I did do that. Just listening to the Spirit, being obedient to the Spirit. And it is so many people now that are saying, hey, I started a garden, hey, I'm growing this, hey, I'm growing that. And all I can say is all praises be to the Most High, because I was obedient and I was able to motivate. The Spirit, the Most High used me to help motivate others to start growing their own food, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. It is as easy as you think it is. It's easy. It is not hard. Of course, there's work that goes into it. Yes. But you think about when these birds come on out here, right? And they may pluck some seeds from the grass, they fly off somewhere, and the seed that they ate, they poop it out, and guess what? That seed take root and grow. You see what I'm saying? So don't overcomplicate it. When you come out here, if you're gonna put fertilizer, you're gonna work your ground, do just that. Put your fertilizer, your amendment in your soil, whatever it may be, and plant. And have faith that it will grow. Have faith is the size of a mustard seeds, guys. And so, that is it right there. Just a quick bit tip of encouragement to you all to keep on growing, keep on going. Let's get back to our heritage. We used to take control and charge of this right here, of our own food, but I know that society have us so busy to where that we don't have the time to do it. But get on out there, find some time, start a small little garden, whether it may be a 6-foot by 4-foot bed. Just start that garden. And for the 30 minutes that you may have within that day, tend to that garden. If it's 30 minutes that you can give it that 30 minutes and let it grow. But start small, okay? Start small. But nonetheless, I can keep going on and on, but that is it right there. I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there. Have a blessed day. Stay tuned for the Top Garden update, guys. Have a blessed one. Catch you in the next video.